In September 2023, I made a video about rabbit breeding cycle. Now, I want to update that video because it is totally out of date, and I urge you to watch that video and watch what we are going to talk about today. So let's see what that video entails, and then we continue our conversation. So let's go and check this video out now. Practice at Rabbito Farmino. Yes, Rabbito Farmino. I want to share with you how we do ours. There is no wrong or right about this. Everybody's practice work for them. I mean, unless you're breeding your doe a day or two after it's giving birth. I personally don't see any wrong or right. Everybody have got a reason why they're doing what they're doing. So um, I will share with you how we do ours. And we've done this for probably about 3 cycles and still going. And we haven't had any much problems. So I'm sure we are doing something right. So let's say you've crossed your rabbit and it's had its first litter, and whatever the number, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however many, it's had the babies, right? How long do you keep the mother and the babies? Well, we keep the mother and babies for 28 days. I know it's contentious, and a lot of people will argue and give you very good, valid reason why you should extend it or reduce it or whichever way. Like I said, there's no wrong or right about it. 28 days is 4 weeks, and this is when we wean our bunnies or our kids from the door. And I can confirm to you that so far in our farm, we've not had any fatality when we do this practice, when we wean our kids from their mother at 28 days. So far, so good. We had a couple of those that passed away due to some strange reasons that we'll get into in another reason and another video. But they passed away. Their babies were less than 28 days when they passed away. Very sad. But all the babies, 6 of them, one is 6 and one is 5, and they all made it through. They are big girls and big boys now as we speak. So we've practiced this intentionally or unintentionally, and it works. If you keep your animals healthy, look after them, there is no reason why the bunnies or the kids won't survive when you win them at 28 days. And remember, you're doing business. You don't want to keep them with a mother for too long. What's the next stage? Now, we then keep the mother. So the winning, our winning process, again, people do it different way. Take the mother from the kids. We take the kids from the mother. Keep all of them together in one cage for a week or two, depending on their size and how our farm manager observes. We keep them there, and then we separate them after a while. But then we take the mother from them. So the mother gets 7 days rest, 1 week rest. During this time, we treat the mother very well. This is when we organize a party for the mother, giving not treats, but very good nutritious meals and deworm, multivitamin, and all the good stuff. Basically, we give the mother, get it ready to rest, eat well, sleep well, get the body ready in good condition. And day 26, day 36 is when we rebreed the mother. We take the mother to a ready doe, a ready buck, which is the male, and they have successful breeding. And this is where we then, we are able to rebreed the mother, and then the cycle begins again. However long it takes for the mother to have babies, um, then the cycle begins. So this is our method, this is our cycle, and it's worked for us so far. Don't don't hesitate to share your experience in a comment below. Without more than welcome to listen to you and probably possibly take something from what you're doing, and we share information. I'm sharing information of my farm to you.
So there we have it. We've just seen how I did it in 2023, but this is an updated version, and this is what we practice at our farm at the moment. Let's go to the blackboard. Um, Let me move myself a little bit from the scene. So, um, let me minimize myself actually. So, breeding cycle. Now, we have in our farm, we practice three different breeding cycle depending on what we are doing and the program we have or what we want to do. Now, when you get a new breed or you get something new in your farm, you want to reproduce it as much as you can. But I will start from the normal breeding cycle. So, our normal breeding cycle, as you hope you can compare it with the old style. So, after the rabbit has given birth, we let the doe and mommy stay together for between 6 and 8 weeks. Between 6 and 8 weeks. Now, the reason why is between 6 and 8 weeks is not all litters are the same. And this is the mistake we did with the first cycle. We were just generalizing them, but not all litters are the same, especially when you have large litters like 10, 12, even 8. You have a lot of weak babies that need extra care, that need extra time with mommy. We need their emotions to be managed properly, and therefore, weaning too early, weaning 4 weeks specifically, will not help your farm. Trust me. We got lucky with the first three different cycles that we did, but after that, we were losing kids, we were losing the does because it's so stressful to them, the does too. Because remember, if they are not ready to win their babies and you force win them, they're also dealing with emotions, and the babies are also dealing with emotions. So we're losing left, right, and center until we change this to 6 to 8 weeks. Now, 6 to 8 weeks means sometimes you can win in two phases. I normally love to win the boys first and then win the girls. So uh, at 6 weeks, we are able to determine the gender of the rabbit. Normally, the boys are hardies. The girls, I like them to stay an extra 2 weeks with mommy in order for them to learn motherly ways, you know. As we know traditionally, girls stay at home in order for them to learn how to keep the house, right? It's the same mentality rabbits mothers teach their babies, believe it or not. They teach their babies ways, and the longer you keep them with with the mother, the better. So I would actually not advocate more than 8 weeks, because more than 8 weeks is going to have a toll on the mother, because some babies, soon as they see mother, they want to go and suckle. Even at 8 weeks with the full teeth, they still want to suckle. So 8 weeks seems to be the sweet spot where mother is going to be all right and babies are also going to be all right. So that's the first cycle. So it works out to be 70 days cycle. Okay. So now let's come to the intensive uh, breeding cycle. Now, as I said, you can use an intensive breeding cycle if you're on a schedule or you're behind schedule with what you're doing. However, be aware that there are higher risk of you um, either losing your dough because it's stressful, um, or the dough not producing bigger litters. I had an example with my with with this lot behind me. Mother gave birth to 11, look after all of them. The second litter, she gave birth to 8. Now that was a mistake. I never meant to breed her, but the boys had different ideas, and the boys were too quick, and then bred her before I knew it, and then she gave birth to 8. Second litter is 8. First litter was 11. Second litter is 8. Now that it's not necessarily the reason why I had lower litters, but um, is a factor. And there are advantages and disadvantages um, of using the intensive system. Now, rabbits like to have babies. It's in their genes. They are coded to give birth. So once they start giving birth, it becomes a chore for them. It becomes something that they have to do genetically. It is encoded in them. And sometimes, if you don't let them do it, they become very, very aggressive. Rabbit mothers can become aggressive when you don't. If they when they are in in the heat period and you're not giving them the chance to breed, it can disturb them. Trust me on this one, it can disturb them. So the intensive cycle, this is how it goes. 4 weeks after the rabbit gives birth, you breed the doe, you rebreed the doe. Okay, but here is the catch. Whereas in the first video, we were removing the babies entirely from mommy at 4 weeks. This time, we take mommy to the back. She breeds successfully. We bring mommy back to the babies for another 2 weeks. Now, the reason why we do this is because when a rabbit is pregnant, the first 2 weeks is not too intense. After the first 2 weeks, the rabbits now thinking, all that they are thinking about is they are pregnant. Now they realize that they are pregnant now. And therefore, it is very important for you to leave the second 2 weeks for them to work themselves. You know, like when if you think about a human being who is pregnant, a woman who is pregnant, they go through many phases. Some of the phases they are not eating properly. Some of the phases they are really stressed. They are throwing up and stuff like that. Rabbits experience that within the last 2 weeks of its pregnant when it's preparing to give birth. In fact, as a matter of fact, my pet rabbit, I know, start preparing to give birth 2 weeks on. I notice the fur, she removed her fur 2 weeks on. She put it at a spot, and when she was ready to give birth, that is where she gave birth. My pet rabbits have got a lot of rooms, so I'm able to see these things with my own eyes. So it is important for us to know that excuse me, giving the rabbit back for another 2 weeks will take care of the baby's emotional well-being. At that point, The mother is done with the babies. The mother need to the breast milk need to stop for her to start developing another one for the new babies that she's carrying in her womb. And at 6 weeks, the rabbit babies, the kids should be ready to, to stand on their own. And this is where you separate them and then let the mama be with herself and prepare herself. Now, the third method, which you can vary it in so many ways, is the super intensive breeding. So the super intensive breeding is just the second breeding method, which is the 4 weeks and then give them back to mommy for another 2 weeks and then separate them, and then mother goes another 2 weeks before giving birth, and then and then give birth, and then you repeat the same thing. Now with the super intensive breeding, you do it 3 times. So do the cycle 3 times, and you save a lot of time because mother is able to give birth in short period, and you can intensify, or you can have more breeds or more rabbits within a short period of time. Now, I have put this at the bottom for us to notice that all these methods that we've spoken about will depend on how well you look after the mother, the doe. Now, this is very important because if you don't look after the doe properly, what's going to happen is she's going to be malnourished. She's going to be, you have to look after the well-being of the mother. So um, give the mother all the vitamins, all the deworming stuff. Make sure they are eating properly. Give them fresh hay, fresh grass. Um, Formulate their feed differently so that they don't have to. They have a balanced diet. They have enough calcium. They have enough of all the good nutrients because they are doing an intensive, they are like a machine. And when you do this intensive breeding, at some point you should give the mother 3 to 4 weeks to catch their breath, to restore their energy before you breed them again. Otherwise, you will lose the mother, or you may have some complication. You will start having low litters because the mother will run out of energy. So we have to be aware of all these things. So I hope this helps. Um, don't rush to um, win the kids. Don't rush to win them. Depending on the size of the litter, don't rush to win them. Take your time, win them, and they will live for you. Like my pet rabbit Beverly, she gave birth to 11, looked after all 11 of them. And today, I still have some of them, even though I've sold some of them. I still have some of the 11 rabbits that I've got 5 of them that I'm keeping, 4 girls and 1 boy. They are so beautiful. I can't let go of them. But I sold 5, I sold 6 of them. So this hopefully helps somebody who is thinking of how they can improve their breeds. You can do this to rapidly increase your number and have the best breeds in your farm. This is another Rabbito Farmino production. If you haven't subscribed, I urge you to do that, and I'll see you in the next video. Rabbito Farmino. See ya.